A 400-ton airplane is rushing down toward a runway. That number is hard to visualize. So imagine it this way. It's roughly the weight of about 250 family cars concentrated into one spot. And when the plane touches the ground, that entire mass of metal presses its force through only a few small wheels. The runway should crack in half. But it doesn't. The plane lands. The tires scream against the surface. A thin trail of smoke appears, and the runway simply stays there, calm as if nothing unusual just happened. So where is the secret? Why can highways endure millions of heavy trucks every year without shattering like cookies? And why are roads black instead of gray like concrete? The answer lies in a material that sounds surprisingly ordinary: asphalt. But don't let its simple appearance fool you. That dark surface is actually one of the smartest engineering designs of the modern world. When people imagine a durable road, they usually think of something hard as rock. It sounds logical. The harder something is, the harder it should be to break. But in engineering, that idea isn't always true. Take concrete, for example. It's extremely hard. When you knock on it, it sounds like stone. Yet that same hardness is also its weakness. When temperatures change, concrete struggles to adapt. During the day, it expands slightly, and at night, it contracts again. After thousands of cycles like this, tiny stresses build up inside the material, and eventually, it begins to crack. You've probably seen cracks spreading across sidewalks before. That's concrete quietly protesting against the weather. Highways face far greater stress. Not only temperature changes, but also thousands of heavy trucks, weighing tens of tons, passing over them every single day. If the entire road were made from something too rigid, every wheel impact would act like a hammer, striking repeatedly in the same place. After a few years, the road would break apart into pieces. That's why asphalt was chosen. Because asphalt isn't just strong, it's flexible. And that flexibility is the real secret behind modern roads. Imagine stretching a piece of chewing gum. It doesn't snap immediately. It stretches, contracts, and changes shape. Yet when you release it, the structure still holds together. Asphalt behaves in a similar way. When a 30-ton truck drives across the surface, the asphalt bends slightly downward, only a few millimeters, roughly the thickness of several sheets of paper stacked together. Once the wheel passes, the road springs back into shape. This happens millions of times every day. But because asphalt can flex slightly, it absorbs the force instead of resisting it directly. Think about jumping onto a rigid wooden board versus landing on a mattress. The board takes the entire impact instantly, while the mattress absorbs the energy and spreads it outward. Asphalt behaves more like the mattress. That's why highways can survive for decades, even under enormous traffic loads. But the real magic lies in the substance that holds all those stones together, a very special kind of glue. If you were to cut through a layer of asphalt, it would look a bit like granola mixed with honey. Most of the material is crushed stone, about 90 to 95%. But those stones don't stick together on their own. What binds them is a thick black adhesive called bitumen. Bitumen is the heavy residue left after crude oil is refined. When gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel are separated out, a dense sticky substance remains at the bottom of the distillation tower, and that leftover material is bitumen. It's incredibly sticky. When heated, it becomes fluid like honey. When it cools, it hardens and locks the stones tightly together. But what makes bitumen truly remarkable is how it changes behavior with temperature. On a scorching summer day, when road surfaces can reach 60 degrees Celsius, bitumen softens slightly, allowing the road to absorb the stress from passing vehicles. When temperatures drop, it stiffens again to maintain the road structure. In other words, bitumen works like a giant shock-absorbing system sitting right beneath your tires. The combination of strong stone and flexible bitumen creates a material that is both tough and adaptable. And there's another small detail many people overlook: the black color of asphalt. That color comes from bitumen, the petroleum binder holding everything together. But it also provides an unexpected advantage. Black surfaces absorb heat more efficiently. During winter, when sunlight reaches the road, asphalt warms up faster than light-colored concrete. This helps snow and ice melt sooner, reducing the risk of slippery conditions. It's a small detail, but when multiplied across millions of kilometers of roads, it becomes a massive advantage. So the next time you drive along a highway and glance at the dark surface beneath your wheels, remember that you're not simply traveling over rock. You're driving across a carefully engineered system, a mixture of stone, petroleum, and physics. Something that looks simple, yet something that took more than a century of experimentation to perfect. And if you think modern roads are already an engineering masterpiece, the story ahead becomes even more fascinating. Engineers are now experimenting with roads that can heal their own cracks. And some prototypes even use bacteria to repair damage. It sounds a little like science fiction, but considering the long history of asphalt, it may not be that crazy after all.